Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is day 20 of Vlogmas. Only 4 days left after today, which is crazy. This month has flown by. But I have a feeling I'll get called in today. But then again, I had that feeling yesterday and it didn't come to anything. But today has been a crazy day. So it's probably around 8:30 right now, and they're already out of everybody who was on the earlier call out time, which is pretty rare. They usually don't run out of those people until later, like closer to the end of the time, or there's usually a few people left that don't get called on that call time. So they're already down to everybody who's in my call out time. Right now I'm the 38th person overall on the list. That's for 1, 2, 3, or 4 day. But there have been a lot of break-in trips that are coming open. I was looking at what's been open, and so there must be weather or something somewhere in the country that is causing problems, because there are a ton of trips open and they're all broken, weird trips. So that is why I think I'll probably get called, because there's just a lot of trips coming open and not as many reserves to fill them. So I think they'll eventually get to me, probably like sometime this afternoon. But they've also been red flagging trips, and so that is just when they red flag a trip, someone who is on their day off can pick up that trip and they'll get paid time and a half for it, which that's probably the closest thing to overtime that we get. I get asked a lot, like, do you guys have overtime? We don't really. This is probably like the closest thing to it, because you're technically working when you weren't supposed to, so they'll get paid time and a half. But yeah, so usually when things go red flag, they end up using a lot of the reserves that they have. So I'll probably get called in today, but we shall see what happens, because I feel like I've said that a lot and then have ended up just sitting. It's not bad, guys. Not bad at all. Started a new book of the Bible today. So exciting. I'm number 16 on the list currently, so I'm gonna try and finish this book before I get ready so that I don't have to take it on my trip with me. One for you. One for you. 2. And 2. So the other day when I was at the Mass General store, there was a sweatshirt that I wanted to get for my mom, but they didn't have the right size. So I ended up just ordering one to get sent to the store, and they said it would be ready probably by Monday, but they just called me that it's ready now. So I'm gonna go run up there and get that really quickly. I'm number 13 to be called, and there's only like 3 trips open right now, so I think I should be okay to drive all the way there and back. It'll probably take me an hour to get like there, pick it up, and get back, so we'll see. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm just afraid if I get called in for something like a 4-day trip or something that gets back late, then I won't be able to get it before Christmas. So, and I don't want to have to send somebody else to go get it and like pay for it and all that. So we're gonna go try to get that really quick. As soon as I get back home, I'll probably start to get ready just in case, but I'll be keeping my eye on the list while I'm gone. Hopefully, hopefully I don't regret this decision. Got the goods, and we're still number 13 on the list, so I think we're good to go. One for you. One for you. I have 4.5 hours left on call. I'm currently the 11th person to be called, but there is a trip open, so I'll soon be the 10th person. So we'll see what happens as these next few hours go on. But we're gonna go ahead and do our advents for the day so that if I do get called, I don't get behind on those. So we've already opened 19 things with the book advent. So far, we've opened up a Christmas mug, some socks with little snowmen that say Merry Christmas, some bookmarks, some hot chocolate and tea, a little bag you can take to the bookstore, a blanket, a candle, some markers and tabs you can put in books, a little book pen, portable reading light, some coasters, an ornament that is on the Christmas tree, a reading journal to add in book reviews, and then we've opened up 6 books. So we have opened up a mystery, a romance, a psychological thriller, a crime novel, another romance, and then a Christmas book, which I just finished today. Wasn't my favorite. I'm gonna rate it like a 2 out of 5 because I think it was just a little bit too cheesy for me. It was very Hallmark and it just was kind of poorly written. Like, it was very choppy, and then things were moving a little too fast for me, but then there was not enough details. So it wasn't my favorite, but it wasn't the worst thing I've ever read. So it gets 2 stars out of 5. Day 20 is another book. This says it is another psychological thriller, which psychological thrillers are like my favorite books to read. They're just so interesting to me. And I love books that you're like, what in the heck is even happening? This is ridiculous. This is like just crazy. Those are my favorite books to read. And ones that have like twists that you were not expecting and you're just like, what? And then everything makes sense after like there'll be like one sentence that just puts the whole book together and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay. This is called Into the Darkest Corner. I don't think I've ever heard of this book before or this author. It's by Elizabeth Haynes. So yeah, oh, this is like really thin font. It's gonna take me probably forever to read. It's like a little book, but it's very thick, and then there's like a ton of words on each page. But yeah, so far every book I've opened, it says it's written by a New York Times best-selling author. So I am curious, like Carolyn Brown, because I know some of you guys said you like her stuff. Like, maybe I should just read some of her, like read a different book. I might try to read the book that was the original to this, because this might not be written well just because it was like a random Christmas book about those characters. I don't know. So I may give her another chance and just see, but I don't know. It might just be her writing style that I don't really care for. But yeah, that's day 20. Just 4 more little gifts to open. Day 20 of our Escape the Advent calendar. This is the clue, and it says we need to cut out the squares. So let's do that and see what it makes. So when you fit all the pieces together, it kind of looks like a guitar or some kind of instrument, and there's this right here. So we're gonna assume that this will be day 20. Yay! Only one more row left. While I wait to see what happens, we'll work on our puzzle and watch some football. My nephew got home early from school. They only had a half day, so we played the Grinch Clue while he was over at the house. And then I worked on the puzzle for a little bit more. They did not end up calling me, so I went downtown with some family friends and we went to dinner and then went to the Hyatt Regency to look at all the different Christmas trees that they have in the lobby. This is something that we've done every year for the past couple years. So fun to see all the little Christmas trees. When we got back home, I finished my puzzle while I watched some of the college football playoff. Well, that is all for day 20. Tomorrow, I'm going to be the third person to be called for a 3-day that signs in after 2 p.m. So most likely we'll get called in tomorrow. I would be very surprised if I didn't. Was honestly surprised that they didn't get to me today, with especially how the morning started, but I'll take an extra day off. Probably going to be working the next 3 days, but we'll see what happens. As always, any questions, comments, whatever, put them in the comments below, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 21.